But I lost everything, reputation, everything, everything.
And I'm like, and then leave a message. I'm calling his assistant. I'm like,
how would you feel if, after working tirelessly, you were suddenly removed from your position and fired without any valid explanation, only to be given ridiculous justifications? The frustration, confusion, and endless questions about why you lost your job would be impossible to ignore. The black actors I'm about to highlight in today's video have experienced exactly this. They did nothing wrong, yet were unfairly treated because of their skin color, cast aside at the height of their careers. Some were dismissed due to misguided remarks, while others were replaced over trivial workplace conflicts. But is this simply a collection of personal stories, or does it point to a deeper issue of bias within Hollywood? Let's dig into the dark truths behind these controversial dismissals, where talent isn't just about acting ability, but is often overshadowed by hidden motives and deeply rooted prejudices. Terrence Howard, the unjust dismissal of Iron Man's original best friend. Terrence Howard, a gifted and magnetic actor, captured hearts with his powerful performances, most notably as James Rhodey Rhodes in the Iron Man franchise. His portrayal of the loyal and steadfast friend of Tony Stark established him as a memorable figure in the superhero genre when the first Iron Man premiered. However, as Marvel Studios grew into a global entertainment giant, Howard was met with devastating news: he would not return for Iron Man 2. The role of Rhodey would go to Don Cheadle, marking an abrupt end to Howard's journey in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In October 2008, Howard entered Marvel's Burbank offices with his usual confident demeanor, only to face an icy reception. The executives informed him that his salary for the sequel would be significantly reduced, citing budget constraints and the need to prioritize special effects. Howard listened silently, maintaining a calm exterior as each justification chipped away at his dreams. When the meeting ended, he glanced toward Robert Downey Jr., who sat observing in quiet detachment. For a fleeting moment, Howard hoped for some acknowledgement of the friendship and camaraderie they had shared on set. But Downey merely sighed and looked away. Leaving the room, Howard felt the weight of disappointment settle on his shoulders. The Marvel door had closed, and with it, his aspirations of being part of a groundbreaking cinematic universe faded into the past. Although the loss of his role and the sense of betrayal were profound, Terrence Howard did not let it define his career. He found immense success in other ventures, most notably as Lucius Lyon in the hit series Empire. This role not only showcased his talent, but also reaffirmed his status as a leading force in the entertainment world. Terrence Howard's journey serves as a poignant reminder of the challenges actors face in Hollywood and the resilience required to navigate its often harsh realities. Monique, the bold star who stood her ground. Monique is an undeniable force in American entertainment, celebrated for her sharp wit and captivating comedic performances. Rising as one of the most beloved female comedians, she later proved her extraordinary range with a heart-wrenching portrayal in Precious. This performance earned her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, a coveted achievement for any artist. Yet, behind the glimmer of her Oscar lies a story of defiance, where Monique confronted the hidden power structures of Hollywood. In February 2010, at a private meeting in a luxurious Los Angeles hotel, tension filled the room. Lee Daniels, director of Precious, expressed frustration over Monique's refusal to attend international promotional events without additional pay. He argued that her decision hurt the team who had poured their efforts into the film. All eyes turned to Monique, yet she remained composed, her resolve unshaken. Sitting nearby, Oprah Winfrey silently observed, her presence amplifying the weight of the discussion. Tyler Perry, with his characteristic firmness, reinforced the stance that the film's success depended on everyone's cooperation. Despite the pressure, Monique calmly responded, explaining that her stand wasn't about creating conflict, but demanding fairness. The fallout from this meeting spread swiftly through Hollywood. Monique publicly criticized the unspoken rules of the industry, where artists were expected to comply with demands beyond their contracts. Her refusal to conform came at a steep cost. Within months, her name became synonymous with being difficult, and major projects began to slip away, leaving her once bright career clouded in uncertainty. For Monique, the Oscars symbolized not triumph but turmoil. Instead of opening doors, it seemed to close them. Yet, despite the backlash, she chose to speak out against the systemic inequities and biases in Hollywood. Although her career faced severe challenges, Monique stood firm, emphasizing that an artist's value should never depend on yielding to unjust expectations. Her journey serves as a poignant reminder of the cost of courage in an unforgiving industry. While facing ostracism and damaging rumors, Monique's unwavering stance revealed the strength of a true artist. To many, she remains a hero, not just for her accolades, but for her fearless advocacy for fairness and integrity. Gabrielle Union, a resilient voice in the face of adversity. With her striking beauty, commanding presence, and remarkable versatility, Gabrielle Union has established herself as a symbol of strength and confidence in Hollywood. Her breakout performance in the teen classic Bring It On not only propelled her career, but also introduced audiences to a dynamic and intelligent portrayal of resilience and determination. Yet, Gabrielle Union's journey has been anything but smooth. One of the most publicized setbacks came when she was abruptly let go from her judging role on the hit show America's Got Talent after its 14th season. In November 2019, as the final taping of America's Got Talent concluded, Gabrielle Union walked off the set, her expression a mixture of fatigue and contemplation. Weeks earlier, she had spoken out against a racially insensitive joke made by Jay Leno. Rather than receiving support, she was met with dismissive remarks, "Don't be so sensitive." Adding to this, whenever she showcased her natural hairstyles, she faced veiled critiques suggesting her look wasn't suitable for the show's mainstream audience. These subtle but cutting comments weighed heavily, making her feel out of place in a setting that prioritized conformity. When the producers informed her she wouldn't return for the next season, Gabrielle wasn't shocked, but a deep sense of disappointment lingered. Despite these challenges, Gabrielle Union refused to let such experiences dim her light. She continued to thrive, delivering standout performances in films like Bad Boys 2 and leading the television series Being Mary Jane, where she embodied the strength and complexity of a modern woman. Beyond her acting career, Gabrielle has emerged as a passionate advocate for social justice, championing causes such as racial equality, feminism, and diversity in the entertainment industry. Gabrielle Union's story is a testament to the power of resilience, proving that even in the face of injustice, one can rise above and create a legacy of strength and advocacy. Isaiah Washington, Thoughtless Words, a career forever changed. Isaiah Washington was once a standout star in American television, celebrated for his compelling portrayal of Dr. Preston Burke in the hit series Grey's Anatomy. His character's composed demeanor, sharp intellect, and emotional depth quickly made him a vital part of the show. Yet, this shining success was abruptly overshadowed by a single off-screen incident that dramatically altered his career and reputation. One chilly October evening in 2006, the backstage area of the Grey's Anatomy set was unusually tense. Dressed in his character's surgical attire, Isaiah Washington found himself in a heated argument with Patrick Dempsey. Their raised voices echoed, and the exchange escalated. In the heat of the moment, Isaiah blurted out a homophobic slur, with T.R. Knight, a younger cast member, standing at a distance, visibly affected by the comment. The fallout was immediate and far-reaching. News of the altercation quickly became headline material, sparking outrage across media outlets and social platforms. ABC executives convened an emergency meeting, where Isaiah expressed regret and apologized sincerely, insisting the remark was a mistake made in anger. However, the public backlash was unrelenting. By June 2007, the network officially announced Isaiah's departure from the show. A career that had reached remarkable heights now took a sudden plunge, leaving him isolated and with diminishing opportunities. The once adored actor was now a figure of controversy, forced to face the harsh reality of his thoughtless words. Despite the devastating impact on his career, Isaiah Washington chose not to let this misstep define him. He began a journey of redemption, focusing on independent film projects and speaking openly about social issues. Through his involvement in charitable causes and discussions about tolerance, he worked to rebuild trust and demonstrate personal growth. Isaiah Washington's story serves as a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the entertainment industry, where even a momentary lapse can have lasting consequences. Yet, it is also a testament to the power of resilience. Though the scars of his past may never fully fade, Isaiah continues to move forward, seeking redemption and striving to make a positive impact in a world that once turned its back on him. Janet Hubert, the Fresh Prince star and 3 decades of struggle. Janet Hubert stands as a defining figure in American television history. She brought life and depth to Vivian Banks on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, embodying a poised, strong, and dynamic black woman. During its first 3 seasons, The Fresh Prince quickly became a hit, winning over audiences and solidifying its place as one of NBC's standout series. Naturally, Janet Hubert's performance elevated her profile, pushing her into the spotlight. Yet, just as her career was gaining momentum, she found herself at odds with someone she never expected to challenge, the show's lead, Will Smith. In the summer of 1993, tensions were high during what would be the final meeting of The Fresh Prince's 3rd season. Janet Hubert sat in silence, her expression distant, her clenched hands reflecting the storm within. Across the room, Will Smith laughed and chatted with the crew, seemingly unbothered. No one could foresee the monumental decision about to be made. The producer broke the news: Janet Hubert would not return for the next season. A stunned silence filled the room. Faces turned to her, shocked but silent. Rising to her feet, her voice quivered yet resonated with strength as she confronted Smith. "I gave my all to this role, and this is my reward?" Will Smith's reply was cutting and devoid of emotion. "You wanted everything to revolve around Aunt Viv. There's no room for ego here." His words struck like daggers, unraveling the years of dedication and passion she had poured into the show. Janet, her heart heavy with grief and anger, left the room with her head held high, brushing away tears she refused to shed in front of them. She knew this wasn't just the loss of a role, but a blow that might derail her career. Despite the setback, Janet Hubert refused to let this moment define her. She pursued acting in films and theater while championing equality in the entertainment industry. She became a voice for fairness, particularly in highlighting the challenges faced by black actors. Janet Hubert's journey is more than that of a talented actress. It's a story of resilience in the unforgiving world of show business. Despite being replaced and facing significant obstacles, her unwavering self-belief turned her into an inspiration for anyone battling professional hardships. Orlando Brown, the Disney star who lost his way. Orlando Brown was once a cherished young actor, known for his role as Eddie Thomas on the hit Disney Channel series That's So Raven. With his effortless comedic charm and infectious energy, he became a household favorite among younger audiences. His future seemed bright, filled with potential and opportunities. However, as the glow of Disney fame faded, Orlando's life took a heartbreaking turn into chaos and instability. When That's So Raven ended in 2007, Orlando envisioned a seamless transition into more significant roles. But the reality was far more challenging. Acting opportunities grew scarce, and soon, his name became synonymous with controversy. Tabloid stories of legal troubles, erratic behavior, and shocking public outbursts overshadowed his once promising career. Orlando Brown, the rising star, had become a figure of public concern rather than admiration. In May 2017, Disney announced plans for Raven's Home, a spin-off of the original series. Fans eagerly anticipated the return of Eddie Thomas, but their hopes were dashed after a pivotal Friday meeting. Orlando arrived visibly unprepared, with a disheveled appearance and a tired, distracted demeanor. Throughout the discussion, he struggled to stay focused, occasionally making inappropriate comments and reacting defensively when his past was mentioned. Producers, citing concerns over his instability, ultimately decided not to include him in the project. That decision symbolized a final severance from the Disney legacy that had once defined him, leaving Orlando at a critical crossroads in his life. But even in those dark times, Orlando Brown began to rediscover himself. With the help of loved ones and professional guidance, he committed to turning his life around. He entered rehabilitation programs, engaged in therapy, and slowly began the difficult journey of healing. Orlando's story is a cautionary tale of the perils of fame, but it is also a testament to resilience and the power of self-redemption. Though the road is long and fraught with challenges, Orlando Brown continues to work towards rebuilding his life, determined to shine once more, not just as a performer, but as a person who has triumphed over adversity. Wesley Snipes, the action star who faced his shadows. Wesley Snipes was once the undeniable king of the superhero action genre, immortalized by his portrayal of Blade, a half-human, half-vampire hero battling the forces of darkness. With his commanding presence, unmatched charisma, and electrifying fight scenes, Snipes turned Blade into a cinematic icon, paving the way for today's superhero blockbusters. However, by the time the third installment, Blade, Trinity, was in production, things had taken a troubling turn. The role that once defined his career became a contentious chapter in his life. In the summer of 2004, the set of Blade, Trinity was fraught with tension. Wesley Snipes, clad in Blade's iconic black leather, would stride onto the set silently, his piercing gaze avoiding eye contact. A simmering feud with director David S. Goyer had fractured their working relationship. Goyer's decision to shift focus toward supporting characters to broaden the Blade universe felt, to Wesley, like a betrayal of the character he had worked tirelessly to embody. Rather than confront the issue directly, Wesley began communicating through cryptic notes addressed to Goyer. Blade wouldn't do this. Fix the scene. At first, the crew thought it was a peculiar joke, but it soon became clear this was his sole means of interaction. Off camera, Wesley retreated to his trailer, distancing himself from the cast and crew. When the film premiered in December, it fell flat. Critics panned Blade, Trinity for its lackluster story and uneven focus. At the same time, Wesley's reputation suffered a major blow. He was branded as difficult to work with, a label that cast a shadow over his once glowing career. Yet, Wesley Snipes refused to let these challenges define him. Taking time to regroup, he quietly returned with smaller, independent projects, working to rebuild his standing in the industry. Through determination and an unyielding belief in his abilities, he began to carve a path back to relevance. Wesley Snipes' story is a poignant reminder of the unseen struggles behind Hollywood's glamour. It's in the darkest moments, when the world seems to turn away, that true resilience shines through. For fans, Wesley will always remain Blade, the unyielding warrior who fought not only on screen but also for his place in the world. John Amos, the Good Times father's departure amidst backstage conflicts. John Amos made an unforgettable impact as James Evans Sr., the steadfast and hardworking father on the groundbreaking sitcom Good Times. With his commanding presence and heartfelt portrayal, Amos became a symbol of strength and dignity for Black families portrayed on television. The show, celebrated for its authentic depiction of working-class struggles, resonated deeply with audiences. Yet, after only 2 seasons, Amos's abrupt departure left fans stunned and sparked widespread speculation. In 1976, behind-the-scenes conflicts on the set of Good Times escalated to a breaking point. Amos, deeply committed to maintaining the show's integrity, found himself at odds with the producers. During a pivotal meeting, Amos voiced his concerns about the evolving direction of the show. "We're losing focus," he argued. "This was supposed to reflect the struggles and resilience of a Black family, but now it feels like a comedy about JJ's antics." His criticism, while passionate and well-intentioned, was met with resistance. Weeks later, Amos was informed that his character, James Evans Sr., would be written out of the show. The news came as a blow to fans when the episode aired in September 1976, revealing James's death via telegram. The loss of the Evans family patriarch left a void in the narrative and in the hearts of the audience. For Amos, leaving the set was bittersweet. He had lost a prominent role but preserved his principles. In the aftermath, Amos faced difficulties finding roles that matched the gravitas of his Good Times character. Despite the challenges, he remained steadfast in his commitment to portraying strong, positive representations of Black men. Over the years, he took on meaningful roles in projects like Roots and Coming to America, solidifying his legacy as a talented and principled actor. John Amos's decision to stand firm on his beliefs serves as a powerful reminder of the cost of integrity in Hollywood. His journey reflects the strength of conviction and the sacrifices that often accompany a dedication to authentic storytelling. For fans, Amos will always be remembered as the heart of good times and a beacon of resilience, both on and off the screen. Raven-Symoné, the unyielding flame of a child star. Before she became a household name as the lead in That's So Raven, Raven-Symoné encountered an early career hurdle that could have extinguished her dreams. As a young and ambitious girl, she was cast in a promising television show, only to be removed after just a few episodes. The producers felt Raven didn't align with the show's creative vision. For a child full of hope and determination, it was a heartbreaking setback. As a young performer, Raven-Symoné was thrilled when she landed a role on a major sitcom, a chance to work alongside seasoned actors. But her excitement was short-lived. After a few episodes, the producers decided to shift the character's direction, and Raven was let go. During the tense meeting where this decision was conveyed, Raven sat quietly, her youthful optimism replaced by confusion and sadness. Her mother tried to offer solace, but Raven's simple question, "What did I do wrong?" lingered in the air, heavy with heartbreak. For a child, such rejection could feel like the end of the road. But Raven-Symoné proved that setbacks can lead to even greater opportunities. Not long after, she was cast as the star of That's So Raven, one of Disney Channel's most iconic and successful shows. Playing Raven Baxter, a quick-witted teenager with the ability to glimpse into the future, she showcased her comedic brilliance, emotional depth, and relatability. The show became a cultural phenomenon, and Raven-Symoné became a beloved figure for a generation of young viewers. Her success on That's So Raven not only elevated her career, but also positioned her as a trailblazer for diversity and self-empowerment in entertainment. Beyond her acting, Raven has consistently used her platform to advocate for acceptance and individuality. Raven-Symoné's journey is a testament to resilience and perseverance. She transformed an early rejection into a stepping stone for an extraordinary career, proving that setbacks can lead to even brighter opportunities. Her story inspires others to embrace their uniqueness, persevere through challenges, and remain steadfast in the pursuit of their dreams. Columbus Short, Scandal star's downward spiral amidst personal turmoil. Columbus Short was once hailed as one of the brightest rising stars in television, particularly for his compelling portrayal of Harrison Wright on Scandal. His character's sharp intelligence and emotional depth made him a fan favorite, and he seemed poised for a long-lasting career. However, just as his career was taking off, Columbus Short found himself caught in a whirlwind of personal turmoil, which ultimately led to his abrupt departure from the show. In March 2014, Columbus Short's world began to unravel when he was involved in a violent altercation at a Los Angeles restaurant. The incident was just the beginning of a series of personal struggles. His troubled marriage became public, and soon, allegations of domestic violence surfaced, further damaging his reputation. With everything spiraling out of control, Columbus knew a reckoning was imminent. He walked into Shonda Rhimes' office, his heart heavy with the knowledge that his career on Scandal was nearing its end. Shonda, who had once supported him, now coldly informed him that his character, Harrison Wright, would be written out of the show. "You need time to take care of yourself," she said, signaling the end of a chapter. After leaving Scandal, Columbus Short's life and career were marked by crisis. Isolated from the industry, he sank into a dark period of depression and regret. However, in early 2016, Columbus began to fight his way back. Realizing that he needed help, he sought therapy and entered rehab, slowly working to rebuild his life and career. He started with smaller roles, focusing on independent projects that allowed him to share his personal journey. Columbus became open about his struggles, using his story as a cautionary tale for others who faced their own demons. Through humility and resilience, he gradually found his way back into the light, inspiring others who had fallen as he had. Columbus' short story is one of collapse and revival. Though he may never return to the heights of fame he once experienced on Scandal, he has found a new sense of peace and purpose. His journey is a reminder that, no matter how deep the fall, redemption and renewal are always possible for those who are willing to confront their past and rebuild from the ground up. Through his struggles, Columbus proved that even in the darkest moments, hope and transformation are never out of reach. Nick Cannon, a talented host, and his quest to reclaim his creative baby. Nick Cannon, known for his infectious energy, quick wit, and entrepreneurial spirit, built an empire with Wild 'N Out, a show that became synonymous with improv comedy and young talent. As the creator, host, and heart of the show, Cannon shaped its success, making it a platform where both seasoned stars and emerging talent could showcase their skills. However, in 2020, a controversial statement led to a sudden and unexpected termination of his relationship with Viacom-CBS, the company that owned Wild 'N Out. In July 2020, as Nick Cannon's career seemed to be at its peak, Viacom-CBS made the stunning announcement that they were severing ties with him. The announcement sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, especially since Cannon had been at the forefront of Wild 'N Out since its inception. The internal meeting that followed saw Cannon sitting across from his legal team as the reality of losing control of his own creation set in. His face, calm but determined, showed he wasn't willing to let go of something that had defined him for years. Despite facing widespread criticism, Nick Cannon remained resolute. "I built this show," he thought. "I won't let it slip away without a fight." After a public apology, months of negotiation, and countless discussions, Nick Cannon succeeded in regaining control of Wild 'N Out. In February 2021, he not only returned as the host but also reclaimed the creative rights to the show, cementing his position as both the visionary and the leader behind it. Cannon's comeback was nothing short of triumphant. His ability to turn an immense setback into a powerful victory resonated with fans, as it demonstrated the power of perseverance and self-belief. His return to Wild 'N Out was more than just a job. It was a statement that no one, no matter the adversity they face, should ever let go of what they've worked tirelessly to build. Nick Cannon's story is one of resilience. His journey reminds us that even when the odds are stacked against us, a setback can be the catalyst for an even greater comeback. Cannon's victory was not just about reclaiming a show, but about asserting his creative vision and unwavering determination. Cuba Gooding Jr., the Jerry Maguire star whose shine faded amid missteps. Cuba Gooding Jr., once one of the most gifted actors in Hollywood, won over audiences with his heartfelt portrayal in Jerry Maguire, where his famous line, "Show me the money," secured him an Academy Award. His innate charm, incredible acting ability, and boundless enthusiasm made him a sought-after figure in the industry, featured in numerous big-budget films. However, his life took a sharp turn when personal issues came to light. In June 2019, Cuba Gooding Jr. walked into an upscale bar in New York City, his smile as easy as ever. The scene was calm, like any ordinary evening, as he engaged casually with a few fans. But hours later, police escorted him from the premises after allegations of inappropriate behavior toward a woman. The news exploded, quickly spreading through the entertainment world and shattering the previously calm air. A month later, Cuba attended a Hollywood event, confident as ever, but when he approached some old acquaintances, they turned their backs on him, refusing to acknowledge him. The chilly silence and icy glares left him speechless. Nearby, a producer whispered, "His reputation is a liability now." The remark pierced Cuba's heart as he realized his career was slipping away. Soon after, offers and opportunities disappeared. The once promising projects faded into the background. Alone in his quiet apartment, Cuba sat motionless, staring at the Oscar statuette on the table. The award, which once gleamed with promise, now reflected the tarnished remnants of his career, full of regrets. He wondered if redemption was still possible or if his final attempts could pull him from the hole he dug for himself. Yet, Cuba Gooding Jr. refused to let these setbacks define him. With quiet determination, he found ways to move forward, showing that raw talent and perseverance can still prevail. He re-emerged in independent films, taking on smaller roles that were rich in character, a way to remind the world that he was still present, a committed artist. He also devoted time to charity work and mentoring young talents entering the industry. His past struggles became lessons he imparted, emphasizing that success requires both humility and responsibility. Lawrence Tate, a talented actor who lost his footing due to difficult choices. Larenz Tate, who made a lasting impression with his role in Menace to Society, has always been recognized for his range and charisma on screen. However, his career journey hasn't been without its challenges. In 1997, Larenz eagerly joined a major film project, landing a leading role that he believed would be a pivotal moment in his career. The early days on set were filled with excitement as he fully immersed himself in the role, earning praise from the crew. But by the third week of filming, Larenz received a call from the producers. They explained that the project required a new face better suited for international marketing strategies. Though the words were vague, the reality was clear: he had been replaced. That night, Larenz sat alone in his apartment, staring at the unfinished script with a heavy heart, wondering if this was the end of his career. But instead of succumbing to despair, Larenz chose to press on, using the pain as fuel to prove his worth in future roles. Rather than giving up, Larenz focused on proving his capabilities. He swiftly shifted to other projects like Love, Jones, and Dead Presidents, where his acting depth and versatility shone. These roles not only won over audiences, but also cemented his place as a respected figure in the film industry. Meagan Good, the angel who fell while soaring high. Meagan Good, a rising star on the hit sitcom My Wife and Kids, won the hearts of audiences with her effortless charm and delightful performances. As Vanessa, her character became a symbol of wit and energy. But towards the end of the first season, an unexpected change occurred on set. A sudden meeting was called, and after a few vague remarks about a new direction, the producers announced that Meagan would no longer be portraying Vanessa. Despite her efforts to stay composed, the disappointment was evident in Meagan's eyes. Yet, Meagan's career was far from over. She swiftly regained her stride with standout roles in major films like Think Like a Man and Shazam, where her talent and maturity shone through. Her perseverance and unrelenting work ethic allowed Meagan to cement her place in an unforgiving industry. Amandla Stenberg, a rising star who missed a golden opportunity. Amandla Stenberg, the talented young actress who gained recognition for her role as Rue in The Hunger Games, was once a contender for a role in the blockbuster Black Panther. In 2016, Amandla entered the Black Panther audition room full of hope. She had thoroughly prepared, diving deep into her character and demonstrating a profound understanding of the role. The producers were impressed, and soon, it was rumored that Amandla was close to landing the part. However, a few weeks later, she received a brief email from Marvel. "Thank you for your participation, but we've chosen to go in a different direction." The reason given? Amandla was considered unsuitable for the African cultural representation the film intended to showcase. Despite this disappointment, Amandla refused to be discouraged. She swiftly demonstrated her talent in films like The Hate You Give and Everything, where she powerfully portrayed emotionally complex characters. Rather than seeing this setback as an end, Amandla viewed it as a chance to redefine herself and prove that an artist's worth is not limited to high-profile roles. Karen Parsons, the Fresh Prince star who left before her dreams were fulfilled. Karen Parsons, with her graceful beauty and poised acting, won over audiences with her portrayal of Hilary Banks in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Her character, a wealthy yet somewhat naive and humorous young woman, became one of the series' most memorable figures, winning the affection and laughter of viewers across generations. In 1995, as Family Matters entered its 6th season, the pressure to maintain the show's success became overwhelming. Behind the scenes, Karen Parsons, who played the sharp-witted younger sister, was not exempt from the mounting stress. The producers frequently asked for last-minute script changes, and filming extended late into the night, with tensions often arising among the crew. One evening, after wrapping up an emotionally intense scene, Karen sat alone in her dressing room, exhausted but resolute. She knew that, despite all the difficulties, this role was a rare chance for her to make a lasting impact. Karen Parsons exemplified the professionalism and resilience of a talented actress. Even through the unseen challenges, she kept her composure, leaving an unforgettable impression on audiences. Gary Dourdan, the CSI detective lost in the real world. Gary Dordan, with his intense gaze and compelling presence, became a lasting icon on CSI, crime scene investigation through his portrayal of Warwick Brown. For years, he brought depth to the character, a man full of complexity and compassion, winning the hearts of millions. In 2008, Gary entered a meeting with CSI producers, filled with unease. After 8 seasons of playing Warwick Brown, he felt that the character had become part of him. However, the conversation quickly became tense when contract negotiations were discussed. Gary sought compensation that reflected his commitment and influence, but the producers remained firm. When the meeting ended, Gary left with a sense of heaviness. A week later, the shocking news broke: Warwick Brown would be written off the show, with the character's sudden death leaving fans stunned. This departure marked the end of a significant chapter in Gary's career, but it also led him into a more difficult period. Hollywood often doesn't welcome those who step away from the mainstream. Nevertheless, Gary found new avenues to express his passion, taking on smaller but impactful roles that showcased his talent. Gary Dordan's journey highlights the harsh truths of the entertainment world, but also serves as a reminder of the lasting impact an artist can make. While the spotlight has dimmed, the legacy of Warwick Brown endures in the hearts of fans, a tribute to Gary's years of dedication. Taye Diggs, an unstoppable black star. Taye Diggs, with his smooth charm and commanding presence, has carved a successful career on Broadway and television. Yet, not every project unfolds as expected. In one television series that never made it to air, Taye was unexpectedly let go, leaving behind the sting of a missed opportunity. For an experienced actor, being cut from a project is a jarring blow that's hard to shake. However, Taye refused to let this setback define him. He swiftly made his return, cementing his place through the role of Sam Bennett in Private Practice. With his nuanced performance and undeniable presence, Taye captured the hearts of audiences, proving that he's not just a star, but a resilient artist always ready to face new challenges. Takaina Arnold, a talented actress who rose from the ashes of setbacks. Takaina Arnold, known for her vibrant energy and sharp wit, has showcased her talent across numerous sitcoms. However, her journey hasn't been without challenges. In one promising project, initial script readings went smoothly, and Takaina even offered suggestions to enrich her character. But just weeks before filming, an emergency meeting was called. The producers informed her that they had decided to go in a different direction, casting a younger actress they felt was more aligned with current audience preferences. Takaina sat quietly, a mix of disappointment and frustration flooding her thoughts. Wasn't my dedication enough for them to believe in me? She wondered. However, instead of letting the setback defeat her, she picked herself up and set out to find new opportunities. For Takaina, obstacles were just stepping stones to greater achievements. Not long after, she made a powerful return with Everybody Hates Chris, where she delivered an unforgettable performance as Rochelle, a strong, witty, and vibrant mother. This role not only proved Takaina's immense talent, but also won her the love of audiences, cementing her place as a sitcom icon. Cheryl Lee Ralph, an actress who overcame heartbreaking rejection due to her skin color. Cheryl Lee Ralph, a versatile artist with a powerful voice and magnetic presence, once faced a painful rejection when she was told she was not black enough for a role. This assessment was not only hurtful but deeply damaging to her self-esteem, as it felt like a denial of her very identity and worth. In an industry already marred by prejudice, Cheryl had to confront this pain and find a way to rise above it. Rather than allowing these rejections to define her, Cheryl transformed them into fuel for her career. She continued to showcase her immense talent through iconic roles in Dreamgirls and, more recently, in Abbott Elementary, where she plays a smart, graceful, and compassionate woman. Her performance has not only earned her the recognition she deserves, but has also inspired millions of viewers. Jurnee Smollett, star who doesn't let failure define her. Jurnee Smollett, a remarkable talent with a radiant smile and expressive eyes, has captivated audiences since her early days in Full House and Eve's Bayou. Yet, her journey hasn't always been smooth. She attended countless auditions, pouring her heart into every performance, only to face rejection time and again. "Maybe I'm not meant for this anymore," Journey once confided to her mother during a vulnerable moment. This quiet period stretched for almost 2 years, leaving Journey questioning not only her career but also her own worth. However, instead of surrendering, she chose to reignite her passion. Journey took acting classes, explored theater, and even worked behind the scenes to broaden her experience. With unrelenting determination and a fierce love for her craft, Journey gradually reclaimed her place in the industry. She made a powerful return with her role as Letty in Lovecraft Country, where her raw talent shone through in emotionally complex and thought-provoking scenes. This performance not only earned her critical acclaim but also solidified her as an icon of resilience and style. Jason Mitchell, the chief star brought down by personal missteps. Jason Mitchell, once one of Hollywood's brightest rising stars, captivated audiences with his portrayal of Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton and later as Brandon in The Chi. With his genuine acting and emotional depth, Jason quickly earned recognition, representing a new wave of talented young artists. In May 2019, Jason was summoned to a tense meeting with producers after allegations of inappropriate behavior emerged. Sitting across from him, the producer's stern tone cut through the silence. "We can no longer work with you." Jason was caught off guard, attempting to explain his actions, but the evidence of sexual harassment left little room for defense. Despite denying any malicious intent, Jason came to understand that the situation was irreparable. The decision to terminate his contract came swiftly, ending a role he had once taken great pride in. As he left the office, he felt his career crumbling, taking with it his reputation and the trust of those who had once supported him. Jason has since expressed remorse, a recognition of his mistakes that came too late. The road to redemption is difficult, particularly in an industry that offers little forgiveness for missteps. Yet, there is hope that he can learn from his errors, find the strength to rebuild his career, and return to the spotlight, this time with a more mature perspective. Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther warrior who shone brightly and quietly, passed away. Chadwick Boseman, who became a global icon for his role as Black Panther, once faced a significant setback when he was replaced mid-season in the soap opera All My Children. His character, a young black teenager caught in a web of violence and family turmoil, was being shaped with several negative stereotypes. During a meeting with producers, Chadwick expressed his concerns with quiet resolve. "I think we can do better in portraying this story," he suggested. His feedback, though thoughtful, was not well received. A few weeks later, he was informed that his role would be recast. Though disappointed, Chadwick left without regret. This experience only strengthened his resolve to pursue his craft with integrity and a sense of responsibility. In the years that followed, Chadwick not only bounced back but soared, captivating the world with performances that resonated deeply. From 42 to Black Panther, he proved that true success comes from staying true to one's values. Chadwick's journey serves as a powerful inspiration for all who choose the right path, even in the face of adversity. The stories of black actors being fired mid-production expose the complex and often unjust realities of the entertainment industry. These incidents highlight the challenges black performers face in a field rife with inequality. They underscore the need for a more inclusive and equitable environment in Hollywood. Addressing these issues can pave the way for a future where actors are valued for their talent and contributions, rather than being dismissed due to racial biases. Despite the obstacles they face, the journeys of these actors stand as a testament to the resilience and determination of black talent in a glamorous yet flawed industry.